We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals baseball is straight ahead, next on the show. Jonathan Tippett, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, Matt, you hate to go into game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to with this guy on the mound. He's not known for going very deep into games. Very rarely does he go 6 innings or more, so this very well could be one of those Johnny Holstaff days.
Into the box, Adam Greenberg, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch of the at-bat. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. And fellas, we take a look at the Redbirds entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. 67 degrees our game time temperature. Here it comes, the 3-0. Is looked at for the first strike.
Finally got one over. Nothing worse than starting the game with a 4-pitch walk.
And he lays off, ball 4, and the leadoff man is on to begin the ball game.
He's really struggled with his command in this game, no doubt about it, but to make things worse, he just lost one of the fastest guys in the ballpark.
Digging in, Pete Armstrong, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he's back standing. First offering on its way. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. 0-1, here it comes. And no swing, apparently, ball 1.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at-bat.
The 1-1. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening, ball 2. And set up working the plate is Larry Bullard, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, Larry Bullard, he's pretty much right down the middle. You see very few managers and players getting into very many confrontations with Larry.
Yeah, Larry lays in the weeds, Dan. Doesn't try and make it about him, and that's what the players love. He's got a pretty consistent strike zone, and he's approachable.
Good thing he didn't make contact with that pitch. Only thing he could do is probably hit that on the ground. It could be a double play ball.
Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside.
Defense has got to be on their toes right here. 3-2 count. Runner on first has got some serious wheels. You know he's probably being put in motion.
And the payoff pitch. And boy, that misses as well. It's back-to-back walks to start out the inning.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Set to get his evening at the plate started, J.C. Embry, batting just a notch below 300 so far on the season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
This side, ball 1.
Now the 1-0 is a sinker that misses for a ball.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
The 2-0. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Greenberg at second. Armstrong on at first with nobody out. Cubs shortstop with a 3-1 count.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
Got him to go after the change there, and that'll run things full 3-2.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
And that misses. Ball 4, and he's going to need to settle down in a hurry now because he's in a peck of trouble.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Standing in, Ryan Buckner, and he's looking to snap out of what's been a rather dry spell at the plate. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
Props to the hitter right there for laying off with a guy on third. You want to be aggressive, but you have to get a pitch you can drive.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Smoked on the ground left side. And that's through into left field for a base hit. 1 run is scored. And he's safe.
Hey, not a bad milestone there, D-Roll. RBI number 1,100. And guess what? He just passed Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly, who had 1,099 runs batted in.
Dan, you know whose poster I had above my wall as a kid growing up? That would be the hitman, Don Mattingly.
Donnie Baseball.
Without question, you pass this guy for anything, you're doing it.
Stepping in, Freddie Santiago, looking to stay hot. He's been a real threat at the plate the last week or so. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
Well, this is starting to feel like a make or break moment in this game. When you're playing a first place team, you can't expect to fall way behind early in the game and then mount a comeback.
One 0 count. Here it is. Hit hard on the ground to first. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. But they'll catch a break as the runners are going to stay where they are here as there's no advance.
Batting fifth, the second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
And as the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. First pitch on its way. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here.
Batting seventh, the third baseman, Ben Zobrist.
At the plate, Ben Zobrist. And a great chance here for the Cubbies to add on in just the first inning. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Still only 1 out in the inning. Now a pitch popped up. Back behind short. He's going to be kicking himself. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Batting it, the catcher, Padilla.
At the plate now, Jesse Padilla, as he'll take a look at ball one. So far this season, Padilla is carrying around a sparkling slugging percentage up over 500. Obviously a huge threat every time he grabs a bat. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But this is foul near the seats. 3 runs already home here. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls from him early on in this game.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Pitch popped up. Fernandez takes charge, and he's got it. 2 down.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, Justin Steele.
Into the box now for the Cubbies, Justin Steele. He'll try to do damage with the bases loaded and 2 gone. He's set, and the pitch. Now a flare out to left center. Left fielder coming on. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave 3 men on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Cubs 3, the Cardinals coming up. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Justin Steele, a left-hander from New York State, is the starter on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, we're looking at a real solid starting pitcher right here. You take a look at that ERA, anywhere between 3.5 and 4. But I'll tell you what he does know how to do. He knows how to get people out, and he can minimize the damage. He knows how to control the running game. He does a lot of things right. And if he does all those things, expect a real solid performance in this one.
Here comes the first pitch. Enrique Dorta is in to start things off here as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Well, guys, as we look at the Cubs coming into play here tonight, they're definitely in a nice stretch as they've won 6 of their last 7 ball games.
Matty, this team is oozing confidence right now. They were playing well coming into this game. And what do? Right out of the chute, top of the first, throw a 3 spot up on the board. They got the opposition on their heels.
Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. The throw to first is in time. 1 down.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Stepping into the box, Leury Garcia. He was 1 for 4 with a 2-bagger in yesterday's game. First delivery to him on the way. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. One out, nobody on. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Oh, right back to him on the mound. And he'll just flip this on to first for the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting third, the third baseman, David.
Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Mark, what's your take on him against one of the best starters in the game?
Yeah, you take a look at this lineup and they present a ton of challenges. Not only do they have good approaches at the plate, but they're in the top of the league at driving the baseball out of the ballpark. At the end of the day, they say solos won't kill you, but that 2-3 run bomb, when the game's on the line, that'll put you away.
And that finds its way through for a base hit. So the base hit here nets him a base runner with 2 away as we check out the league leaders in team batting average here in May. And you can see that these guys are, as we speak, 4th in the NL in that category. Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in. Stepping in now, Corey Dickerson lifted the other way to left center. Left fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for the Cardinals, still down 3-0. All set for the start of the inning, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Adam Greenberg.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Inner third let go. It's a called strike.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen,
Now
if you can
batting,
keep that pitch in your
the
back
left fielder,
pocket and pull it out when you need it like he did right there,
Armstrong.
usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
So now to the plate, Pete Armstrong. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Left fielder giving chase. He makes the running play. 2 down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, J.C. Embry.
Bigging in for his second at-bat, J.C. Embry. He scored after reaching on a walk in his first at-bat. Here's the pitch.
Ball, that's out.
2 out, nobody on. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
To 2-2 now.
That's out. 2-2.
The pitch.
Full count.
And this is taken low for ball 4, and they'll have themselves a 2-out base runner here after all.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Ryan Buckner. He reached on a single in his first try. He's set. Here it comes. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Throw over to first, and the runner back in standing. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. The 1-0. Runners on the move for second. Pitch outside. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely.
Well, they threw over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
2-0 count. Here it comes. 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Looks like the pitching coach is going to come out and have a word with him. Don't like to see that in the second inning, but once he makes sure he's okay physically, I'm sure it'll be just words of encouragement the rest of the way.
Now at the plate, Freddie Santiago. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Here comes the first pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 2 down, runners at first and second. Fouled off. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Long run for the right fielder. He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this. Bottom of the inning now, and next it'll be the outfielder, Avery McMillan.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
3-1 to the Cardinals left fielder.
We all know this guy is a great hitter. In a 3-1 count, this is just what he's looking for. He loves to hit when the count's in his favor like this.
And ooh, might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now.
Not the ideal location for a changeup up in the zone, but he got away with it.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that 4-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
At the plate, Brian Cortez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Enters play here at 279. 10 home runs, 26 RBIs. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Not even close with the 1-0. He needs to get back in the zone, but be careful. Work the quadrants.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Bases are empty. 1 man out. 3-1. And he fouls this one off. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire, so it's ball 4.
Batting seven, the first baseman.
Oh, man, that check swing was about as close as they get. Tough call for the umpire, but it goes the batter's way this time, and he draws the walk.
Stepping in for the Cardinals, Dave Luke. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips in yesterday's game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball taken a little under the letters, called a strike. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Ball, that's in.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Outside, 2-1.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
Too high that time, and it's 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Here's a swing and a miss at the off-speed pitch. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Hey, there was great arm action on that 3-1 changeup right here. He's got this guy thinking. That's the beauty right now. We go to a full count. Do you sit changeup or do you stay with the heater?
He could get the early hook if he can't be a little bit more precise here. That's walk number 2 of the inning, and we're only in the second.
Digging in now, Alvaro Rosales. In yesterday's game, he was responsible for the only run driven in by his club. First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
With some traffic on the base paths, nice job by the pitcher to execute strike 1.
Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Well struck but foul over by the coaching box. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
And that one got a piece of him.
And this guy loves to throw the slider, and it's a very effective pitch for him. But here's the flip side of that coin. He starts this one too far inside and plunks the hitter.
Coming to the plate now, Jonathan Tippett, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch. In there, 0-1.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Called strike 2 with the letters, 0-2 now.
Just way too patient in this situation. With the bases loaded like this is your chance to be the hero.
And this is swung on and missed. Oh, a huge punch out there as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Enrique Dorta. As he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. He went down swinging to start the home first. The set and the 1-0. And a Fastball runs a bit inside. He's down 2-0.
Nowhere to put anybody. 2-0 count, not a good spot to be in as a pitcher.
Two balls, no strikes.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1.
It often becomes harder to hit the zone when the pressure starts to heat up.
Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Well, he's really laboring in the early going here. That's his third walk of the game already. We'll see if he can get it together or if this is just one of those days where he's going to have to grind his way through this start.
So striding in, Leury Garcia, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. 2 out, bases loaded. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now.
There's certain pitches throughout the game that decide whether you win or lose it. This is certainly one of the bigger moments right here.
Here's the 2-0. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, nothing can make you question yourself on that mound more than 3 straight balls to a guy you know that you should go right after. Sometimes you just lose the strike zone and you don't know why.
3 balls and a strike to the Cardinals shortstop.
Taking all the way there, and a walk could be huge here, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's got the bat on his shoulder again on the next pitch.
A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. He's set. The payoff pitch. Drilled to the left side. And that's through into left, a base hit. And not in time as the run scores. And the second run will score as that evens things at 3.
You know, D-Row, even though we're early in this one, being down by 2, that's a huge base hit to tie things up.
Yeah, this offense won't quit, Dan. They're going to give their pitcher every chance. They were able to fight back and get it back to even. We got a new ball game on our hands.
Striding in once again, David Fernandez. 3 across so far in the inning, and another 2 out there on base.
Yeah, Matt, and this inning's really starting to get away from them on the defensive side of the ball. Stranding the rest of those guys out here feels absolutely essential for them at this point.
First offering on its way.
Man, I really like the way this lineup is making this guy work today. You're going to see the bullpen getting going here soon.
The 1-0. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down and away or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
3-0 now.
This inning hasn't gone the way he wanted it to, but it's not a total disaster yet. Sometimes pitching is about damage control, so if he can strand these guys out there, that would be pretty huge.
Here's the 3-0. Fastball is taken for a strike, and he runs it full 3-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. Again, he sends it out of play. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So 3 runs on just 1 hit in the inning, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Welcome back to Busch Stadium as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cubs to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And flat out, he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. They've earned 5 walks in the game, and he said that's not only leading to a lot of run-scoring opportunities, but it's also forcing the pitching on the other side to work a lot harder and throw more pitches than they want to.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. And here's one that misses to the Chicago second baseman. It's a ball and a strike. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2.
He would have had to go with the old school Tommy Hawk approach on that one if he wanted to get on top, but he was able to lay off it.
3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Well, this has the makings of being a rough day at the office, D-Row. A hit already here in the 3rd inning, and he's already allowed a few runs. He's right back in trouble again.
Yeah, heavy traffic alert, Dan, no doubt about it. That's what you want to do. You want to put the pitcher on the defensive, and early going, the first 2 innings, they were able to do that. Nothing has changed here to start the 3rd.
And that'll bring in the veteran Ben Zobrist. 0-1 the count. From the stretch. Swinging a soft liner. Barehanded at his knees. To second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play.
Boy, that's about as easy as it comes. A chopper, 2-hopper turns into a tailor-made 4-6-3 double play.
Coming to the plate now, Jesse Padilla. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
Loves hitting left-handed off of right-handed pitchers, hitting over 300 against right-handed pitching.
He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Padilla is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Swing and a liner. Foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Slow little roller to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Nothing happening there for the Cubbies. Through 2.5. It's 3 apiece. And we're back for the bottom of the third. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Cardinals to discuss his thoughts on his lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring forth the veteran outfielder, Corey Dickerson. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Two balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
Here's a blooper out toward left center. In there, a base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
Into the box now, Avery McMillan, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike. Now the 1-1 pitch. Waves and misses for strike number 2.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
In now, Brian Cortez, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
If he doesn't shorten his swing up right there, there's no chance he keeps his bat back.
The 1-0 home.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Now the 2-0 home. Lifted into center field. Greenberg is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The batter, the first baseman, Dave Luke.
Digging in, Dave Luke. He drew a walk his first time up. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0. But this will find the shortstop's glove for the 3rd out of the inning. Cards leave 1. We played 3, and our score 3-3. Ready for another chance? Justin Steele comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Steele.
First pitch on its way. Swinging a blooper to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
To the plate now, Adam Greenberg,
as he sends it on the ground to first.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the recovery's too late as he's able to beat the throw to first.
Now batting, the left fielder, Pete Armstrong.
Stepping in now, Pete Armstrong popped him up. Garcia is there for it. He's got it one away.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, JC.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, J.C. Embry. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Ball, back inside.
That was the 63rd pitch in 3 1/3 innings. I'm sure this guy wanted to keep that pitch count a lot lower than where it's at right now.
That's
2-0.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a third time.
The 2-0 on the way. And this one's in the dirt. Fortunately, no advance from any runner, but meanwhile, it's 3-0. From the stretch. A swing, and this one is blasted to right field. Nothing's gonna stop it. Gone! So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Home run number 15 for him thus far, and it's now 6-3.
I know hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
Standing in now, Ryan Buckner. As he takes a called strike on the black, it's 0-1. This year against right-handed pitching, Buckner brings a batting average in the low 220s to the table.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Back up the middle. Oh, look at the dive. He gathers the throw. Hats off to that one.
Oh, man, once it got past the pitcher, I figured it was a base hit, but then the shortstop comes out of nowhere to make the diving stop. That was incredible.
Ready once again, Freddie Santiago. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
I guess the game plan from the offensive standpoint today coming into this one was they were going to work the counts. They've been super patient at the plate in the early goings of this game, and they've got the lead looking for more.
Behind 0-2 now. 2 out, nobody on. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. But the Cubs do get 3 on the 3-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's the Cubs 6 and the Cardinals 3. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And standing in is the power-hitting second baseman, Alvaro Rosales. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
1-0.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
And the pitch.
Yep, that ball went out.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
You can bet they love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th.
Well, that is definitely not the way to start an inning. One thing to give up a walk, but to do it on 4 pitches is pretty alarming. He looks a little thrown off right now.
Ryan McCord will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out.
Ryan McCord.
Runner goes for second. In there. Now the throw. Ball's there, and he is out. Good throw.
Well, he showed a lot of patience to work out that walk, but it got erased pretty quickly. Always hate to give outs away on the base pass, especially when you've gotten on base for free.
Behind 0-2 now. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Got him.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it, so that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Into the box, Enrique Dorta. And he'll take one on the inside corner at the knees. It's strike 1. Now a fastball off the plate away. A ball and a strike. A ball and 2 strikes. The count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Hey, he's done an amazing job of settling down. 2 innings ago, I thought they were going to run him out of here. But now he's close to posting 2 shutout innings as a response.
And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Redbirds down quietly. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Gerald Merrill gets the call from the bullpen to pitch in relief.
Number 12, Gerald Merrill.
All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Jason Kipnis. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0. And this is popped up near second base. Garcia is under it, and that's the first out of the inning. Cardinals are into their bullpen now, as there are the final numbers for their starter, and clearly he was off his game this evening.
One of the tough things to do when you're trying to have a good pitching performance is keep the ball in the ballpark. He was filling up the strike zone, but he did allow 2 home runs.
Now at the plate, Ben Zobrist, 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. First delivery to him on the way.
That's the ball.
And now the Cardinals get the bullpen working here. Both a lefty and a right-hander have stood up. 6 runs, 7 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. The pitch.
Ball 3. Count 3-1.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. After it is Dickerson. And a great diving effort there, but it'll just tip off his glove, and it's a base hit.
D-Roll, this is the kind of guy, he doesn't really scare you as a pitcher because he's not a home run hitter, but somehow, some way, he always seems to get the barrel to the baseball.
Yeah, he's going to make you earn it, Dan, no doubt about it. He stays within himself. He doesn't try and do too much. One of those quality guys that walks through the clubhouse door every day. You know exactly what you're getting.
At the plate, Jesse Padilla, as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
Swing and a miss at a changeup that has him all kinds of goofed up at the plate.
That's exactly the pitch you don't want to be chasing in these situations. He's going to keep that ball down below the hollow of the knee, try and get you to ground into a double play. You have to set your sights at least belt high.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Dorta is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
The pitcher, number 35, Justin Steele.
Digging in once again, Justin Steele. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, he showed like a little prowess with the bat right there, Dan. I'd be surprised if they don't attack him a little bit more carefully this AB.
Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1. Six runs, 8 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. And there's ball 1. And it's fouled away. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for the Cubs as they're unable to add to their 6-3 lead. Into the box now, Leury Garcia. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far.
The shortstop, Leury Garcia.
Here comes the first pitch. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. And a fastball that's about off the radar screen there. It's 2-0. Now here it comes. 2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter.
1 strike to the count.
to 2-2 now.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
So now to the plate, David Fernandez, as he'll take a breaking ball in off the plate for ball 1. And he falls behind now, 2-0. Not very aggressive there, as that's down the middle for strike 1.
Very rarely does a pitcher like this leave one in a location like that. That's a pitch right there he'd like to have back. He'd love to swing at that one again.
Now the 2-1.
After fouling off the second one, I got to step out of the box, adjust my batting gloves, and tell myself there's no chance he's tripling up on that pitch.
And he rings up another one, make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
First pitch of the at-bat. Corey Dickerson is in with 2 away as he takes a ball, 1-0.
Hey, they say solos won't kill us, but I got to believe this guy's looking to do exactly that.
2 balls and no strikes to the Cardinals center fielder. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 3-0 now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he had the green light here. Matter of fact, I know he's got the green light here. He's looking for something set or cut, and he's looking to do damage.
And he gets the call there, 3-1.
Now that's a really curious pitch selection. 3-0 and turned to the slider. You have to wonder if maybe he's lost the feel for his fastball.
Fouled away. Now the 3-2 pitch. He loses him on ball 4.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
Now at the plate, Avery McMillan. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot, has to put the ball in play.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. 2 out with the man at first. There's a breaking ball, but it's laid off and doesn't find the zone. And here in just the 5th inning, this will be pitch number 100 here.
Boy, pitch count up near 100 right now, D-Row. And this is when you try to get to a good starting pitcher. Right now, looks like he's running on fumes.
Yeah, the manager's got to get a couple people up in the bullpen right now. One ball hits the gap. They get runners in scoring position. This game could be out of commission.
Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Lofted in the air out toward right center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals. Can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. Now back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. Stepping forward, Adam Greenberg. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Soft liner to the right side. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
The batter, the left fielder, Pete Armstrong.
So in now for Chicago, Pete Armstrong. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch coming. Here it is.
Nope.
And that misses for ball 1. Cardinals are going to get something going in the bullpen now as a left-hander has begun to get loose. 1 out, nobody on. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Hit on the ground to third. Scooped up. Throw gets him. 2 down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, J.C. Embry.
J.C. Embry will stride in again as first we flash you back to his at-bat in the 4th inning, and what a big one it was. A 3-run home run that was certainly one of the big blows in the ballgame to this point. And the pitch. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. A bouncer up the middle. That's through for a base hit. He's now 2 for 2 in this one. Throw into second. The tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They still lead it 6-3. Julio Teheran enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Now pitching for the Cubs, number 49, Julio Teheran.
Bottom of the 6th inning now, and next will be the power hitting catcher, Brian Cortez.
Brian Cortez.
Here comes the first pitch. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. The 1-0. Line to the right side, but foul. The 1-1. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. Gone! A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Number 11 for him on the season, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in the game.
To the plate now, Dave Luke. Inside with the slider, and that'll back him up a bit. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Grounded to third. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly on the first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Now batting, Alvaro Rosales. 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. Here's the first pitch to him. And that misses inside 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. 1 out, nobody on. Fouled off. Another try at 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Right fielder giving chase, and no one will track it down. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Chopped in front of home plate. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Had to protect there with 2 strikes, and he just got it off the end of the bat. Not much of a problem for the infield at that point.
Archie Jacob will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 33, Archie Jacob.
No balls and a strike to count. And he's carrying a batting average of just over 300. So clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Tehran into his motion, coming at him with the 0-1. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Greenberg is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Cards claw back a bit on this solo home run. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. It's now a 6-4 ball game. Jeremy Stauffer is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Jeremy Stauffer.
So stepping in, Ryan Buckner. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Ryan Buckner.
First pitch of the at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. One and 1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. 3 balls and a strike to the Chicago leadoff hitter.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
The 3-1 pitch. And a good take there as they'll have a leadoff man aboard to start the 7th. It's ball 4.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Show some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Now at the plate, Freddie Santiago. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
Stepping up now, Jason Kipnis. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Runners on first with one down. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Hey, he's got excellent stuff working right now. Somebody has to make an adjustment. You're seeing a lot of late swings. No one's getting the front foot down. No one's getting the barrel to the baseball.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. And Kipnis is going to reach on a base hit. Well, after being late on a fastball there, it looked like they did him a favor.
Yeah, Matt, that's surprising right there. I don't understand that pitch sequence. He blew the fastball right by him, sped up his bat with the off speed, and got hurt.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. Last time through was a base hit.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Strike taken up in the zone. First and second now, one man out. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. So now two men in scoring position.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by it too. He went with an off-speed pitch down in the zone, and that's the risk you take there. The catcher can't come up with it, and two runners advance. Now they're both into scoring position.
And he'll miss the target there with the curveball, and it's 2-1 now.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. A line shot to third base.
The catcher, number 3, Jesse Padilla.
Into the box now, Jesse Padilla. Fourth trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
And now indication from the dugout that they'll issue the free pass, and with the pitcher on deck, that'll force their hand here with two gone.
Well, they felt it was better to take the bat out of the hands of a guy like that. He's just too dangerous, and they decided they'll take their chances with the next guy in the lineup.
Number 12, be called on as a pinch hitter here in a big spot. He'll have the bases loaded with two out in the inning. And he lays off there, 1-0. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. That evens it up, 1-1. One and one, the pitch. Fastball, close, but he didn't get it. 2-1.
He's already walked 2 in this inning already. This guy just can't seem to find the strike zone.
Two and one, here it is. Left center, base hit. 1 run scores. The runner from second crosses the plate. That makes it an 8-4 ball game.
Yeah, nowadays the number crunchers would call that a high leverage at bat. Not exactly sure what that means, but what I do know is they just doubled their lead, so he clutched up big time right there.
Joe Kruger trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away.
Joe Kruger.
At the plate now, Adam Greenberg, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Low and away as he misses again. 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
Well, 2 on, 2 outs, and he's got himself in a great hitter's count. He just has to be careful not to get too aggressive. A walk would be good here, too.
And he misses ball 4. So he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces.
Oh, that's a walk that could really change the complexion of the game. With the bases loaded, if he gives up a base hit right here, it could get real ugly.
Stepping into the box, Pete Armstrong, 8th batter of the inning now with the bases loaded and 2 away. From the stretch. Well hit on a line, and that'll get down into left center field. 1 run is scored. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate, and he is in there.
Yeah, Matt, credit to this offense. They've been swinging the sticks well all game long, and it just continues here with a 2 RBI hit. Some days the hitting gods are simply just smiling down on you.
Into the box now, J.C. Embry batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. 2 hits in 2 trips for him thus far. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Four runs here in this half inning. Hit back up the middle. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and it's in time as they're finally able to retire him. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. The Cubbies are in front 10-4. Willie Peralta gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Willie Peralta.
Leading off the inning, Enrique Dorta, and they'll need him to get something going here.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this is taken outside for ball 1. A ball and a strike.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
The 1-1 home is taken for strike 2. The 1-2.
That's ball 2.
And he struck out again. That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes in this one.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Into the box, Leury Garcia, as he will take a look at strike 1 on a fastball right down the pipe. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And it's 1-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1. That's popped up. And this will land foul. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, they say beggars can't be choosers, and when you're losing, you can't always choose how you get on base, but you've got to get on any way that you can, so he'll take that, even though it probably hurts a little bit.
At the plate, David Fernandez. First pitch of the at-bat. Loud contact there, but it's well foul. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
High fastball right there with a 2-strike count. You know what that might be doing? Setting up the next pitch. Could be that hard slider down and away. Something breaking down and away off the plate.
He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
The center fielder, number 30.
Settling in now, Corey Dickerson. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a screamer, but this one's not going to stay fair. A runner on first with 2 away. Fastball well outside. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit to third, taken in by Zobrist. On to Kipnis at second, and the inning is over. Cards leave 1, and that's not what they needed, down 10-4. New inning set to get underway, and next it'll be the switch hitting first baseman, Ryan Buckner. Here it comes.
Ball, that's out.
Obviously, the game plan wasn't to let this guy beat you right here. He's already walked twice, and that pitch out of the zone tells me they want nothing to do with him.
Pops this one up. And this is taken in for out number 1.
Up next for the Cubs, the right fielder, Freddie Santiago.
Striding into the box, Freddie Santiago. He's 1 for 4 for the game. First pitch on its way. Ready with the 0-1 pitch.
Ball, that's just out.
1 out, nobody on. Grounded back up the middle. And quickly there are 2 away.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Digging in and looking for more, Jason Kipnis. On the night, he's 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. First delivery to him on the way. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes to Kipnis. Line towards center field. Dickerson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Cubs are down in order. They're up comfortably, however. It's 10-4. In now, Avery McMillan. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8.
The left fielder, Avery McMillan.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball well outside. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
2 balls and a strike to the St. Louis leadoff hitter. Takes that one a little bit low. 3 balls and a strike now. The 3-1. And this is taken here for ball 4. So the leadoff man's on base to kick off the home 8th.
Now batting, the catcher, Brian.
Ready now, Brian Cortez comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
And that last at bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
All you want is the leadoff man to get on to start a big inning, maybe get a big rally going to claw your way back into this ball game.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. Right fielder looking up, and this one is gone. A home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his 2nd of the game, as they've cut this deficit down to 4.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Stepping in now, Dave Luke. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low, it's ball one. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. A swing and a ground ball to third. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Dan, you have to love it when your defense picks you up right there, keeping him at first base.
Zero, that looked like it had extra bases written all over it. Great job by the left fielder to get to that ball and get the ball back in, keeping that to a single.
So now to the plate, Alvaro Rosales, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He was a ground out victim last time up. Now the 0-1. Fouled away.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2. Oh, don't know how you lay off that one, but he did, and it's 2-2.
He went with the off-speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
2-2, here it is. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Not what you want to do on the mound, go from 0-2 to 3-2, but credit the man in the box for being patient, even with 2 strikes.
A runner at first with no outs here. Right side. And that is into right field, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Now batting.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and the guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
Ronnie Wickert will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far. Hugo Hermida will get a chance to swing the bat here, and he'll do it in a good spot as he has runners at first and second and nobody out in the inning. Swing and a miss. Couldn't time the screwball. 1 strike to count. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Here's the 0-1. And no call on the screwball there, so the count moves to 1-2 now. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-2. On the ground is short. This could be 2. He's got it. Kipnis. And that didn't work out too well as the pinch hitter comes on to bounce into a double play.
Gotta love that out of your reliever, right? The first batter he faces, he gets to roll over into a double play. Pulled the right string that time, Skip.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the St. Louis lineup. Stepping in, Enrique Dorta. From the stretch, here's the pitch. A ball and no strikes. 2 outs here with a runner at third. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
1-1, here it comes. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. And he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. Men on third with 2 down. Hit down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Has a look, now the pitch. And a slurve, but this is in the dirt for a ball. Swing and a liner. Foul. And he goes and chops this one out towards second. Kipnis has it. Throw to first in time, and the big inning is avoided as the side is retired. But the Cards do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. 9th inning straight ahead. It's the Cubbies 10 and the Cardinals 6. Dana Midicek enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Digging in to try it again, Ben Zobrist. It's been a 2-for-4 effort for him so far in the ballgame. Outfield comes way in here. The first pitch. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
And think about it. In game 1 of this series, they've already had to go deep into their bullpen. This could affect them for the rest of the weekend if they don't get really good starting pitching.
Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, 1-1. Fouled off. Early swing there as he pulls it foul to the right side. Hit down the line at first, and this is going to be a foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Standing in, Jesse Padilla, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here. Here's the first pitch to him.
Count 1-0.
Now the 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
Nope.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on its way. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
Hey, I'd like to see a little bit more discipline in that. You get a count in your favor and he's swinging a pitch that bad. Not good.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Ball one. A ball and a strike.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back to Friday Night Baseball on the show after this.
Thomas Nicholas enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close a game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
First pitch on its way. Fastball runs off the outside. It's 1-1. High in the air into shallow left center. Armstrong is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the ninth this crowd was hoping for. 1 away.
Now batting, third baseman, David Fernandez.
Ready for another shot now, David Fernandez. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
No, that's down.
Right guy, right spot. This is one of the better hitters in their lineup. Just the guy they want to see coming up now to get this inning going.
And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
Woo-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
The 1-2. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And he fouls this one off. The next 3-2. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. The 3-2 one more time. Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up. On to first, and that means the Cardinals are down to their final out now.
The center fielder, number 13, Corey Dickerson.
And now the Cardinals' number 4 hitter, Corey Dickerson. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. And 2-0 now as this misses below the knees.
2-0 to a guy with this kind of pop, you better be awfully careful because he's going to be swinging out of his shoes.
Here's the pitch.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
The 3-0 pitch. And it's fouled away. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And this is swung on and missed. So now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight.
Get it ready, big boy. This guy's throwing 3 digits right here. The best way I can help the fans is 90 to 92. You can usually see seams. 92 to 95, it starts to really quicken up on you. Over 3 digits, you're seeing a white blur.
Fastball too high. Ball 4.
Now batting, the left fielder, Avery McMillan.
The next to bat for St. Louis, Avery McMillan, man at first after the 2-out walk. He's ready. Now the pitch. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder giving chase. And he tracks it down. And this ball game is over.
Well, just another day at the office for these guys. That stretches their winning streak to 5, and they're playing well in all 3 phases of the game. Pitching, fielding, and hitting. Who knows how long this will last.
10-6 the final score in this game. Chicago wrap up their 20th road win of the season. Justin Steele notches his 3rd win of the year. Jonathan Tippett permitted 6 earned runs to come across in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.